you can't beat yourself up too much about it. Just if something goes wrong, try to do better the next day, and think about what you can do to improve things, but still don't. You're human, and I think we forget that a lot, especially in veterinary medicine. We try to be everything for everybody all the time, and don't forget to be a person
and take care of you.
Yeah, I'm still not great at that, but I would still recommend it.
Welcome to the Don't Call Me Patty podcast. We are here at the CanWest Veterinary Conference in Banff, Alberta, and we have Dr. Heather Murphy from the Glamorgan Animal Clinic with us today.
Welcome, Heather.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
I have known you for what feels like a long time.
Yeah.
It has been.
It has been a long time.
I think I met you second year vet school?
Probably about then.
Around then?
So like 2013.
All right.
So I've known you, 13 years. Mm-hmm. So you've been in practice since?
2016.
2016. Yep. Almost 10 years.
Yep.
I have seen Heather just be a dog and cat mom, and now you have 2 little babies.
Yes.
That are so cute. They're literally the cutest.
Most days, yeah.
I know. I'm an outsider. I look at them like, look at the children. Anyway. So
for our listeners who haven't known you as long, tell us a bit about your journey, where you went to school, and how you got to where you're at today.
So I went to UCVM. I was a 2016 grad.
So you went to UCVM, you're 2016 grad. What did you do immediately out of practice?
I did an internship at the care center.
Mm-hmm. Which is where we met.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you two met
there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys. It's like a reunion.
It's so nice to meet.
Oh, because you're so nice. You are literally one of my favorite humans.
That is a very scary year, especially at first.
You did great, though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you were a great intern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to be a veterinarian?
The funny thing is I just stumbled into it. I worked with somebody when I was at Heritage Park, just like during my undergrad. One of my colleagues, I was looking for volunteer opportunities, and she's like, well, I don't know what you're interested in, but I have a cousin that owns a vet clinic. Do you want to volunteer there? And I was like, sounds good to me. I didn't have a lot of direction. I was like, initially thought I wanted to do med school, and I was like, this isn't fitting. And I was hooked from day one. So
what was it about it?
I liked working with the animals and people at the same time, but it was also more hands-on than I feel like some other professions could be. And I don't know, it's probably the atmosphere in the clinic too. It was actually Glamorgan where I work now.
That's where you volunteered?
Yeah.
Oh, full circle.
Oh, totally full circle. I had to wait for my opening, and then I got in there.
And wham, you were in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did the internship right out of vet school. What made you want to do an internship?
I didn't think I wanted to specialize. I just wanted to be thrown into it, and I wanted to see everything right off the bat. Yeah. And that's really how I approached it. I just wanted to, fit that first 5 years of practice into one, so that I could hit the ground running.
And you did.
Yeah.
You are, for those of you that do not know Heather, like we're going to talk about her story, but you are someone that, I don't know, you just persevere like no one I've ever met before.
Well, and the reason I loved working with you is because you're so even-keeled.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like nothing could faze you. Like, you wanted to learn, and
that surprises me.
Really?
Maybe I leave it all for at home. I don't know.
Oh. I'll ask James.
Yeah.
Well, no, so you, that's what I remember about you is you just like were really even keeled, and it seemed like, even the most dire emergency could come through, and you would just be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And I feel comfortable doing it. But tell us, how was the internship? What were some of the great parts about it? What were some of the really,
worst
big struggles?
Part?
Yeah. I think the great part, the best parts was just, you got to talk through everything. You just everybody was there, and it was a group effort all the time. And it was nice just to add on to everything. If you thought you were doing your best for your patient, someone was always there to just push you that little bit further. And I liked that kind of atmosphere. That was really nice. Probably the thing that kept me from continuously doing emergency hearing, it was things like the hours. I liked the challenges, but I am not a night person. I did not do well with overnights and swing shifts and things like that. I needed more balance.
What was your favorite, because you did a rotating internship, so what was your favorite department?
I really liked procedure heavy departments. So I liked ophtho a lot and surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. If I were to go back and redo things, it'd probably be I'd be an ophthalmologist or a
So
surgeon.
when we were doing a quick interview with Dr. Fick over here, they were talking about their favorite device, and you brought up like an ophtho.
Yeah,
device.
the Tonovet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love mine.
It's making
I convinced the clinic to get one. It's like my little
Yeah. Did you get like the fancy one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
those
Look at her eyes just
Yeah.
light up.
We're not going halfway on that one.
No. Okay. So you did your rotating internship, learned a lot over that year, and then where did you go after that?
I locumed for a bit, and then I went to Crowfoot Animal Hospital for a couple years, had a baby, changed plans, and then ended up at Glamorgan Animal Clinic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's another baby in there.
Yeah. Well, I was at
Yeah.
a couple years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so what do you think so you leave this internship and you've got all of this support here. Was it difficult to then step out on your own, or do you feel like you were really well prepared after that internship? Because
I guess
you're
it was-
going from that to a locum where it's like more
Yeah.
than just a practice, right? It's you going to multiple practices.
Yeah, I have to say the practices that I chose to locum at, there was a lot of community there and
Okay.
everyone liked to talk through things. But yes, you were on your own a little bit. And there's things that you don't learn in an internship to a great degree is how often should you deworm a dog? And,
Yeah.
flea and tick control, that doesn't really come up as often. So there's also that learning curve of just the, day-to-day medicine or
Yeah. For some of what I see a lot now working with students, even once they're like 1 or 2 years out, they want to start locuming right away. What would you recommend that? Like, what's your advice doing it that quick out of school?
I don't think I would have done it if I hadn't done the internship where I had more confidence. And I also locumed at the care center for a little while after the internship as well. So I was familiar with everything. I don't think I would have flourished if I did it right off the bat, right after graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been tough for sure. So
Well, and I think it's hard watching students do that right now, like brand new baby vets. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like I could not have been an advisor and just go and wing it. Like I was an associate at 2 different practices. 8 years of my career was as an associate, which you just got to learn. But you learn from other people.
I guess you get a variety, so you get to
Yeah.
meet different people and how everybody else practices.
Yeah.
But as a locum, you're not always going to have a full practice there. Sometimes you're the only vet on, and there's no one else to rely on. So I don't know how I would have felt about that.
yeah, that would have been tough for sure. How big of it? So you did your internship and then you're locuming. How important was it for you to have support from other staff, like the RVTs at the practices that you've been at so far?
It was important. Like I feel that most places were good. They send more RVTs your way when you're locuming because they know that you don't know the system,
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Again, I was lucky. I mostly locumed at 2 to 3 different places so that everything was consistent. So you got to know everyone quite well. But definitely a lot needed and more support needed for sure. Yeah.
What would be your ideal ratio of like RVTs to DVM for you?
I'd say at least 1 to 1.
1 to 1. That's
Yeah.
all.
At least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, otherwise there's
Yeah.
nobody.
I've worked with less, and I don't know if I've worked with much more.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She doesn't want to share her tool.
Her
That is all hers.
tool.
Whatever the opto gadget.
Oh, the Tonovet. I thought you meant the RVT. I was like, your tool.
So that's how you know.
The opto tool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The
So that's why she's like, it's mine. You can do everything else.
Yeah. You do all of those.
So one of the things, you have not had a traditional journey
No.
for a young woman going through vet school. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, what Jillian is referring to is I was finishing treatment for breast cancer in my first year of vet school. So I already started out vet school on a different foot. That kind of, it got me off to a weird start, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
What was it like getting that diagnosis?
It was shocking. I I was actually living in Guelph at the time. I didn't have any family there, no support there. So I got to go into a doctor's office all by myself and find out. So that was fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I moved home quickly after, but yeah, I think my brain was swimming most of the time. Just like, this doesn't
Yeah.
happen. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how much time did you take off from school?
So I pretty much took off in a semester. So I found out in January of 2012 officially what was going on. And then I came back to Calgary and I was in vet school in September.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'd already started the application process for vet school before I found out. And I just continued on. I sometimes attribute my don't give a fuck approach to the interviews in the sense that I probably was more reserved. I would have been more reserved otherwise. And this time I just said what I thought.
Right.
How old were you?
23.
23. And how did you find out? Like, was it a self-exam?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bra was bothering me and I felt a lump and took me probably a good 3 to 4 weeks to get up the courage to have somebody look at it. Cause I also didn't have a physician. And I'm lucky because it was a physician at the university who's usually just seeing, colds, contagious,
Yeah.
she took me seriously. So
Yeah,
have
because
to
I'm
thank
sure
her
a
for
lot
that.
of 23-year-olds, they would have said, it's probably nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she sent me for testing and she took it seriously. So I'm really thankful for that.
And what stage were you at that point?
I think it's automatic. I don't even remember anymore. I think it's automatically a stage 4. I had it in my lymph nodes as well at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you finished treatment at the end of first year?
Or at the beginning of
At the
first year.
beginning of
So I
first
had
year.
I had done surgery and chemo and I started radiation in September. And it was at the Foothills Hospital. So at least I could go to class.
So you were
Right
going
after.
to class while you were getting radiation treatment.
Yeah, I'd have radiation and then go to class.
Wow. That must have been tough.
Not recommended, but I was like, I'm not deferring this. It's happening. I'm very stubborn, apparently.
Yeah. And then how long was it until you went into remission?
So they pretty much said I was in remission after radiation. So yeah.
And then so I met you in second year, third year, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to do things a little bit different
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
And you graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
Well, a couple years later, I got breast cancer again.
During COVID.
During COVID,
During
yeah.
COVID.
3 months after my first baby. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was technically a different cancer. It wasn't a recurrence of the first one. So, so did the fun all over again while I was on mat leave. At least it coincided, I guess. You can think of it positively, I suppose.
Classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how long ago had you graduated?
4
So
years?
I'm trying to think of what year it was. So it would have been 2021 when I got my diagnosis. So 5 years. Yeah.
Okay. So you'd been out in the industry for 5 years. You're now on mat leave. Your baby's 3 months old.
Mm-hmm.
And that must have changed things. Like you must have had to stop breastfeeding.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was having a hard time of it anyway because
okay.
of previous radiation
yeah.
and things like that. So, it didn't change a whole lot for me, but yeah, I pretty much just had to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been tough. I mean, obviously you must have a great spouse that helped out with the, babies. And this was your first baby?
First baby, yeah.
First baby. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a new mom.
Mm-hmm.
You're out there trying to take care of your patients.
Yeah.
And you got diagnosed again. How did that feel the second time around?
The second time around, I found it, so I already had time to wrap my head around it. I was just more frustrated than anything. I was just like, why do I have one more thing that I have to do? But I tend to be very task oriented, so there was the list of things I had to go through and I had to get done and just did them.
What were the conversations like with you and James? Even from your first bout of cancer
Yeah.
and going through treatment, and then you move past it and then it comes again.
Well, the first time around, I had just met him.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really?
yes, I had known him for a month.
That's like the opposite of the statistics, because don't they say that they warn women that their partners might leave them
Yep.
once they're diagnosed
Yep.
with cancer?
Absolutely.
And then you have a partner who met you. Was it right before or while?
Right before.
Right before you're
Yeah.
diagnosed, and
Yeah, he stuck around.
stuck around.
We had a mutual friend. I made her tell him at first.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was like, I just met this guy. I don't know what to say
this
to
is
him.
heavy.
So I got her to tell him. And, I think we got to know each other better in some ways because I actually got to spend time with him. I had free time. I was previously, it was either school or work. I wasn't good at making time for myself. So in a way, I probably got to know him better and hang out with him more than I would have otherwise.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, again, rose-colored glasses.
I know. This
That's-
is Heather.
That's
I know.
a good spin on things for sure.
Well, but then vet school happened and then I never saw him. So
Wow.
there was the flip side to that too.
there's the flip side. Yeah.
But then when the second diagnosis came around and you had a baby, what were those conversations? Because that's different.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I just like, this is what we have to do. We don't
Yeah.
have a choice. And he's always supportive. I tend to take the lead. So he just, whatever I needed,
He did.
he did.
Yeah.
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 And I can remember, so we were at CanWest here, oh gosh, 5 years ago, maybe. And it was you and Jen
Yep.
Wheeler. And we decided we were going to try and drink every drink on the menu.
There were some interesting ones on there. I think you made up one too.
I think I did.
Yeah.
No, Jen did. Some banana cocoa monkey lunch thing.
No.
I don't know.
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
very good.
It was awful. It was bad. Anyway, Heather, I don't know. We've had so much fun together, and you have this different perspective of life because you've gone through such different things that I think most people don't ever expect to go through. Like, I don't think at 23 you were going to wake up and be like, I have breast cancer.
Yeah. But you have to take what life throws at you. You can't just have to keep moving.
What else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. You just have to keep going.
Do you align that with practice? Like, while you're in practice? Like, what's like a really hard case? Do you think about?
That you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
Diabetics are probably my least favorite. How about those?
They're tough to manage.
Yeah. Sometimes they're great and sometimes they're just driving
Yeah.
up the wall.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
What about, I mean, you've been through so much. So I think you're the best person to ask this question to, because people are going to go through, everybody's got their own struggles, basically. So what do you think is something that really helped you persevere through all of these things that you went through? Not one, but two cancer diagnoses.
I don't know. I think just having goals and having something to look forward to. Because if you focus, I know you should live in the moment, but if you also focus too much on the moment, that can bring you down. So I don't know. I always like thinking about what the next step is because that just keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll switch gears a little bit here.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I know.
So we're at the CanWest Trade Fair. How often are you going to conferences? Do you go quite a bit?
Well, now with the kids, especially, it's harder to go because if you're gone for too long, that's an issue. So I probably every 3 to 4 years at this point. Yeah.
And are you doing any big trips?
We don't have anything too big planned. Maybe something in the spring. Probably an all-inclusive. I like when somebody else cooks for me.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are your favorite parts about going to conferences, and what are your least favorite parts about the conferences?
It's nice to catch up with people. It's a small industry, but sometimes it's amazing how long you can go without seeing people. Like, I've caught up with some of my classmates today, and it's been a while. We dispersed really well.
Yeah, because it's been 9 years for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You'll have your 10-year reunion.
Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
I know. It goes by really, really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think about where I was 10 years ago. And now, like, part of my planning process with the students is to talk about your 5-year plan. Like, what are your 5-year intentions or 3-year intentions? Because it's like we've given up on this whole idea of goals. And not even goals. It's just like, where do I want to be? So, like, you earned your DVM. Now what?
Yeah.
Right? So if we asked you, what's your 3-year intention? What do you want to accomplish?
What do I want to accomplish? I don't know. That's hard because I'm like, whether or not it's going to be dream or reality.
It can
Maybe
be
living
both.
closer to
So
water.
I have a friend,
can't-
and they said, what's something reasonable, reachable, and ridiculous for a 3-year goal?
You put me on the spot.
I am.
I know. You're good at that.
Well, it's my job. Kind of.
I think one reasonable thing, I think spending more time with family because it's
Yeah.
easy to just get in the trap of
Yeah.
working, go to school, daycare, rinse, repeat, and trying to get out of that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd probably be something fairly reasonable to work on.
Reachable?
Reachable. Probably taking more vacations.
Yeah.
Another, spending more
Self-care.
time. Exactly.
Good.
Again, getting too focused on getting the day-to-day done.
Yeah.
And
then ridiculous.
ridiculous. Oh, just living somewhere tropical.
Yeah.
Win the lottery.
Yeah, win the lottery and live somewhere tropical. I like what I do, but I could also sit on a beach all day, every day.
Right?
You could practice
Yeah.
veterinary medicine on an island somewhere.
That's true.
I mean,
You
they
can when you want.
yes,
you want.
exactly. That is
Yeah.
very true.
Bring the kids with you.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. So maybe not so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
There you
ridiculous.
go. Okay, so diabetic cases are your least favorite to work with. What's your most favorite?
My most favorite.
What's your most favorite thing to treat? Well, I already kind of know it's going to be something optimal.
Well,
isn't
yeah,
it?
I like eyes. I like
Yeah.
no one else likes eyes. I like to debride a good corneal ulcer. That's always good.
Oh,
Yeah. Jillian's cringing over there.
God. So bad.
It's okay. Most people do.
It's an eye.
yeah.
Like,
Sometimes the tech's holding them for me and they're looking in the other
Yeah.
direction. I love it.
I don't like eyes that much either. I mean, I appreciate the people who do though.
Yeah.
Because it's not my favorite thing.
would
but-
you ever do like try and match and do a residency?
I thought about it. It's hard because at this point I'd have to move the family too. So it'd have to be,
Right.
They're movable.
they are. I don't know. But we also have a lot of support here too. You know,
How old are your kids?
3 and 5.
Oh, okay. So they're has the 5-year-old started kindergarten?
He did this year. Well, for a couple weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you guys handling the strike?
For us, it's not much different. He's in after school care and
Oh, okay.
at the school, and they still go. So for us, the routine hasn't been too different. So it's been okay so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Has it been for you? It's been a little bit more crazy.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's yeah, you fall into a routine, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's
good.
been awful for me. My children are. I don't have children. We all know this.
For children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
4-leggeds.
Yeah.
4-leggeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so are you so you've got does your husband work in the industry at all?
No, not at all.
Okay, what does he do?
He works in insurance. So
He's like an underwriter.
Yeah,
Oh,
underwriter
okay,
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Used
But
to
you guys
sell.
just met through a mutual friend.
Yeah. Yeah. So our best friends were neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah.
So fun.
Very-
James is awesome.
Okay. Is he here?
He has great
yeah.
time.
No, he's not here. I didn't bring. He's at home with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you coming to our bowling event?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you have a costume?
No, I didn't know it was happening. So
You don't have to have a costume, but
So we do have a question on. We ask every guest,
okay.
what is your win song, your walk-in song, and your funeral song? And I feel bad asking what a funeral song, knowing you've beat cancer twice. That just seems a little friggin' dark.
I guess not as morbid as you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking to the person who could probably sing a song but never name the title of
Sing
it.
it. You
Oh,
can sing it.
oh God, no.
I've been
That's like
singing
the
on
worst thing
phone.
you could ask me to do. I can't carry a tune to save my life.
I can't either.
I'm not
no,
musical
and we
at
do
all.
karaoke together all the time.
I'm not going to be able to.
No?
The only
Okay.
thing that's coming through my head right now is like Frozen songs
Oh,
and everything
Let It-
that I
all
have
the
to
kids
listen.
songs.
Oh
That
yeah,
actually, though, makes sense.
or like Let It Go. Yeah,
I
it
said
really
Let It
does.
Go. Let It
Yeah.
There you
That
go.
totally is Heather's theme song.
There you go.
There you go.
Let
Yeah.
it go.
Yeah,
Let it go.
I'll just
Okay.
embrace all the Frozen.
Well, maybe I'll ask you this instead then. So, what keeps you up at night in your role currently, and what is something that you're really hopeful for about the future?
So probably what keeps me up at night are those cases that you just can't pin down, and they stick with you and you think about them all night, every night. And it's okay to not know, but your subconscious tells you it's not.
Yeah.
But sometimes you come up with an answer or something different in the middle of the night. So that can be helpful on the same token,
Right?
too.
You dream about the answer.
Yeah. I used to keep sticky notes beside my bed just in case, so I could write it down and go back to sleep
We were
instead of
just
thinking
talking
about it.
Or, yeah.
It helps. Then
Yeah.
you don't try to keep yourself awake for the rest of the night
Yeah.
trying to think about it.
Yeah. And what's
Yeah.
something you're hopeful about for the future of veterinary medicine?
I think just making it more financially practical for a lot of people, because I think there's a lot of people that would like to go the distance for their pets, and insurance is expensive, veterinary care is expensive, but we also need to run the practices. So I think unfortunately there's a divide there. So, maybe some universal health care. Somebody wants to come up with that
Yeah. for
endeavor, that
animals.
would be great.
Oh, God.
Then we could just practice what's best for our patients.
Yeah.
really.
You know what? I worked, I did my practicum at the Australia Zoo, which was Steve Irwin Zoo, but specifically the wildlife section of it. Because it was Steve Irwin Zoo, they had like unlimited funds basically for us to work with
That's
this
amazing.
wildlife that basically as long as they could be rehabilitated into the wild, and that rehabilitation could take a year even, but as long as that was something that could happen for that animal, we could do whatever we wanted. So it was amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. There you go. Maybe that's your reachable goal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go move to Australia while the kids are young and not in school anyway.
Yeah, that would check a lot of the boxes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to go.
There you go.
Yeah, I do. I mean, you're 9 years out now. Do you have advice for the upcoming vet techs, DVM students, with all your wisdom?
All my wisdom,
All your wisdom.
because I have so much wisdom.
You do.
You too.
You have life experience that most people will never have.
Just can't beat yourself up too much about it. Just if something goes wrong, try to do better the next day, and think about what you can do to improve things, but still don't. You're human, and I think we forget that a lot, especially in veterinary medicine. We try to be everything for everybody all the time, and don't forget to be a person.
And take
Yeah.
care of you.
Yeah, I'm still not great at that, but I would still recommend it.
Do as I say, not
Yeah,
as I say.
exactly.
Heather, thank you so much for being on the show. It was lovely to catch up with you. Thank you for sharing your story and being vulnerable. I know that you said that you'd be open to mentorship and giving advice in the future. So we invite anyone who's listening or watching to DM us at Don't Call Me Caddy, and we can put you in touch with Heather.
Sounds good.
And she's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. You guys
Thanks
are
so
the best.
much.
Thanks, Heather.
Here you go.